evening and thanks for joining us. Winter weather conditions have caused a number of serious accidents on area highways today, including one fatal collision. A two-vehicle collision on Highway 61 sent one man to hospital in critical condition. The incident happened between Riverdale Road and Mount Forest Boulevard just before 3:30. Southbound traffic was backed up all the way to Meebing Avenue. The highway was open to one lane after nearly a half hour. It was fully reopened by 4:15. There were 3 other vehicles in the ditch along Highway 61 in isolated incidents. Highway 17 near Chappaqua was closed to one lane due to a fatal motor vehicle collision. The investigation into the single vehicle rollover is still ongoing. Traffic was being diverted away from the area near Finnmark Road. The highway was fully opened around 7:30. Highway 17 was also closed in Marathon just after 3:30 to remove a vehicle from an earlier collision. It was fully reopened by 5 o'clock. Well, the city has decided how it will contribute more than $4 million to a new supportive housing complex for seniors. The city made a public commitment to contribute $4.4 million to the capital cost of the Center of the Excellence for Integrated Senior Services, or CESE. The funding will be provided through a tax rebate that will continue until 2024. The sister Layla Greco apartments were opened by St. Joseph's Care Group earlier this year on Lily Street. The supportive housing component, which the city pledged to contribute to, came with a final cost of $22.3 million. The taxes have been assessed at $340,000 a year. City staff are recommending providing a 100% rebate until the amount totals $4.4 million. In other business, Mayor Keith Hobbs will deliver his 2013 State of the City address tomorrow night at the final meeting of council this year. The mayor will outline some of the accomplishments, challenges, and opportunities facing the city. Well, officials at Thunder Bay Regional Hospital are planning to add some much-needed parking spaces around the facility next year. Right now, the hospital has 1,678 parking spots for its staff, patients, and visitors. Last year, another 170 new spaces were added after the hospital received complaints about parking congestion. The hospital's Executive Vice President of Corporate Services and Operations says they plan to put in another 300 spots starting next summer. But first, there's a number of hurdles to overcome.
Based on the demand we're seeing, the volume of traffic that's coming through here, and with the new building going up, we'd like to see another 300 spots at the hospital within the next 2 to 3 years. So we've got have to go through some regulatory approvals with the MOE, with DFO, City of Thunder Bay. Those have been done. We have to ensure the funding is in place to do it, so we're looking at that, and then we would need the board approvals to move ahead. And if everything moves ahead smoothly at this point, we're looking at potentially starting by June 2014.
To further address the public's concerns over parking, Milima says the hospital intends to give patients priority for spaces closest to the building. Well, carbon monoxide detectors will soon be mandatory in all Ontario homes. Carbon monoxide has been called a silent killer. The poisonous gas, which is odorless, tasteless, and colorless, can cause headaches, lightheadedness, and eventually death. For our question of the day, we wanted to know if you already have a carbon monoxide detector in your home.
I've had a carbon monoxide detector for many, many years. I always check them. I think it's a very critical thing to have in the home. I think it should be mandatory. Those people that cannot afford them should be given them mandatorily, given them by, say, the firefighters, whatever, firemen. Yeah, I really think they're very important.
I have one, and yes, I do. I heard of a case just last year where a child and her mother could have used one. It would have been a good idea to have one. So, absolutely.
I don't think it's important, but it's worthwhile having because you only die once.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think it's important.
Why do you think it's important?
It saves lives. You know, you wake up in the morning. You want to wake up in the morning?
Yes, we have one. And I think especially if you have children in the house, it's a really good idea to have a carbon monoxide and near the bedrooms.
Oh, you bet I've got one, and it's great. Yeah, I wouldn't not have one.
And any reason why?
Because I don't want to take the chance of being poisoned. No, it's really important. I think every house should have one.
Well, staff at a local hotel are doing their part to make sure everybody has a reason to celebrate during the holiday season. The Valhalla Inn sponsored the Salvation Army's 20th annual Christmas dinner, which took place earlier today. Mike Albanese has the story.
Around 400 people showed up for the 20th annual community dinner hosted by the Salvation Army in the Valhalla Inn. The feast contained turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, dessert, coffee, and tea. Along with special guests Santa Claus and a choir, the afternoon meal was enjoyed by the guests.
Time of the year where we really feel that it's important we get back to the community, and this is just one of those ways that we can do it. We have so many volunteers with our staff. It's hard to sort through and cut off how many people want to come and help, so it's a nice feeling to give back to the community.
The Salvation Army and Valhalla Inn have been working together for 20 years now and are being recognized for their efforts. A plaque was given out in commemoration, but McClellan said the smiles from the crowd is worth 10 times as much. Rob Kerr of the Salvation Army spoke about why the two have lasted so long together.
Oh, it means everything. It's the only way we could do it, quite frankly. You know, their support, their hard work, it allows us to do this. And to have someone who's been doing it for 20 years with us, we know how to do it, we know how to work together, and it's just something that has become a community event.
After eating, the folks could visit Santa and venture into the toy room to grab a toy they think their child would like for Christmas. The toys were contributed by the Thunderwolves hockey team, Cranton Wellness Center, and many others.
It's all about magic. It's all about, you know, we all hear about Santa, and it would be just a shame if Santa couldn't come to someone's house this year because there just wasn't enough money in the family. So this just allows us to help parents keep that excitement of Christmas alive in kids' eyes.
The two groups look forward to their teamwork continuing on next year and for years to come. Mike Albanese, TBT News.
Well, Christmas is a time for giving, and the Regional Food Distribution Association knows that all too well. Now that the Christmas Cheer Fund is focusing on families for their hamper giveaway, the RFDA is filling the void for singles and seniors. Hundreds of share and care bags were put together this past week to make sure those people get something extra this holiday season. Jonathan Wilson has more.
The Christmas Cheer Fund lowered their fundraising target this year and could no longer provide their regular hampers to seniors and singles for Christmas. The RFDA stepped up to the plate, and for 2 nights, these volunteers have been putting together close to 1,000 of these care packages for the less fortunate this holiday season.
These packages are auxiliary or supplementary packages to their food hampers. So normally people would be going, some of these people who are having special need at this time of year would be going to get their food hamper in December just like any other month, but we're going to add something to it. We're going to give it a little spice.
When Brigham says spice, he means they've thrown in some specialty items to make Christmas feel special again, with pancake mix and syrup, cookies and Rice Krispie squares, and even ham. The Christmas dinner is going to have back that old touch of home.
It makes Christmas special, right? And at this time of year, you know, you want to have those little extra things and that everybody should have. And it's just nice that we're all able to gather here and do something that does something good for others. And that's the whole point of getting people together. And to me, this is the true meaning of Christmas, is being able to give back to people who maybe aren't as fortunate as we are.
Even the younger volunteers know why it was important to make Christmas feel extra special this year.
For me, it's extremely important because it's important all around all year, but this time of year is especially important because it's the main time where everyone usually gets to join together.
These extra additions to the regular RFD hampers will be available on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. On the regular days, the Christmas Cheer Fund food hampers are handed out. Jonathan Wilson, TBT News.
As we get closer to the Christmas Cheer hamper pickup, staff and volunteers have been working nonstop to get all the donations in order. The pickup for Thunder Bay's less fortunate families happens this coming week, and almost everything is on schedule. The Christmas Cheer campaign is still looking for financial aid, though. They're still $62,000 short of their fundraising goal of $140,000. Turkeys are expensive, and volunteers want to make sure that there will be enough to go around.
We've got lots of food. We're really excited. Our schools are coming in tomorrow. We have volunteers coming in to count and sort, and we have volunteers throughout the day coming in to sort. So those people that haven't been able to bring in either food or non-perishable food items, they're welcome to come down till 4 o'clock today.
Donations are also being accepted tomorrow from 9 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon with a monetary or non-perishable food donation.